Yep, ready. All right, Brit, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, Fidelio.
Hello, everyone. So, for tonight's late start game, let's jump immediately into one quick thing and then do a summary. You know, when in Trin is bad, because this is a town where almost anything is legal, I thought, what is something your character has been arrested for? And originally the question is, what has your character been arrested? And if so, yes. And then I had to term it with, and lolly timeouts do count. And then I realized, well, if I made timeouts count, everyone's been arrested. So, Jyotis, what have you been arrested for?
First incident was 4.5 years ago. He was charged with insubordination, insolence against the captain, and he was charged with the Greater Dejani penalty of crew-caused delay. Punishment was 3 days in the brig and additional years of service added onto his Dejani debt. He was vindicated after 1 day. The second incident was in the city of Yar Grongol, and he was charged with drunk and disorderly, public assault, battery, and inciting a riot. You can ask him if you want to know more.
This is why Jyotis has a dark future.
Latham. Fun things.
Latham.
So,
yeah, no, do you need a lawyer, Jyotis? Because Latham is here.
So I've been, detained under suspicion of fraud, embezzlement, and similar things a few times. But importantly, never convicted.
There it is. That's why we asked, what have you been arrested for?
That's why I like
Lolly, much as I hate to ask this, what have you been arrested or put in timeout for?
Arson.
Well, okay then.
I got sacred flame, and there was a large learning curve.
Well, we know a thing about Lolly now. I mean, you guys chose your healer, not me. Lestrin, have you been arrested, and if so, what for?
Drunk and disorderly conduct and brawling.
Well, that's drunk and disorderly contact. You were right. That's an efficient summary of...
Yeah, but it wasn't while I was in military service. That
there it is.
Way worse.
True enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, for a dwarf, that's not misconduct. That's just a sport.
Right, that's why it's drunk and disorderly contact.
Yeah, that's why I only spent one night in the junk tank.
It wasn't in Grongol, was it?
Gary, what have you been potentially arrested or detained for?
Was that for me?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear the name cut out. Vandalism, destruction of private property.
I love this. You're all terrible people and I love you. Would anyone like to summarize what happened last game?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, gosh.
Something gumbo something.
Well,
Gumbalaya. That's what it was.
Well, that was the end part of it. We started in battle because it's a doppelganger, which we sort of...
We sorted it out.
We sort of did the battle. Yeah, we sorted out the battle. It wasn't a very long battle. It was a Scrabble where we kind of decided not to kill the doppelganger. Although we had a very quick Mexican standoff with everybody asking each other questions, like not trusting each other all the way.
You have a very Jyotis definition of quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well.
Hours. I think I fell asleep.
Luckily, we drugged the doppelganger to the dwarf, to Doyle's house, because, carrying bodies in Trin is bad as normal at night. And upon getting there, we decide, normally doppelgangers are kill on sight or, turn over to authorities. So we decided against that. We decided to question the doppelganger and find out information if we could to see why it was after us and who was controlling it. We found out those, or at least a few things that we thought were useful. That it was the leader of the Ducks, the Tides, the head of the Tides.
Dark Tide?
Yeah, the head of the Dark Tides. And then since we decided not to kill it, we also found out that it would be bad for it to go back having not completed its mission. And so we made an agreement with it that it would stay and impersonate Doyle while we were gone on the diving expedition, so that Doyle could potentially come back and never be missed. Which eventually led to, we found out that these things are being controlled via Ketracel White. It's not that, but you know,
it's fair.
they're being controlled through a drug, basically. A very, very unique and specific drug that is made with 2 rare plants. And we had to basically, if he was going to survive, we had to basically produce a facsimile version of this for him. So we did a little digging, and Latham and Jyotis and who else went? Was it Latham, Jyotis, and was it Lolly that went?
Mm-hmm.
To the bazaar at night.
Drugs with you. Yep.
And we got the required ingredients, and Latham went window shopping. Not necessarily on purpose, but he went window shopping and
got a little off the mall.
drank a warm potion, shall we say.
It was nice, Melter.
And once we got the ingredients, we went from there back to Doyle's place to rest, because we were mostly exhausted. Well, Latham was certainly exhausted, and the rest of us were getting tired, because it was like 3 a.m. at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then once morning came, we went to the Prettiest Hag. A number of us went to the Prettiest Hag to have her make us the concoction to help this doppelganger. And we made a small agreement with her that she would keep a few of the doses should any of his compatriots come to her, and we would make a pact to help potentially get them out, if possible, if this works. And meanwhile, Garret and the others stayed with Doyle and packed everything up, and then actually no, they stayed with Doyle through the night, and then right away in the morning, Garret went to relieve Echo on the ship, and she went for the day, and then the rest of us brought Doyle while invisible to the ship, and then we went on to the Prettiest Hag to get the facsimile made. And then basically Garret and Doyle are talking on the ship, and the rest of us are at the Prettiest Hag, and that's where we left off, was we were just getting done with the Prettiest Hag. And we have the day to do things.
Really good summary. I will give you 1 dose of bardic inspiration.
Oh boy.
So you can add 1d6 to any roll tonight only. The rest of you, for your incredible arrest records, should all get a point of inspiration, because
Yay!
you're all going to need it with your criminal records. So,
We're bad people.
yep, bad people doing good things.
So we're
I can
good
test
people
that.
who.
Good
That's
people
all
can do bad things too. It's
That's all questionable.
Well, I did a bad thing for a good reason.
I was gonna say, I bet
okay.
Garrett's
Good people who've done bad things for good reasons, drunkards who've done bad things for drunk reasons,
I mean,
and Latham.
just ask Jyotis. You'll see.
I imagine it'll be fun sailing stories with each other. So, let's begin. Jyotis, again, great summary there. This week you were given one last thing you might want to do in Trinisbad as a task. So, Gary, I believe you're boat sitting, but did you have something you wanted to do in Trinisbad today before you head out?
I'm boat sitting. I'm going to let other people deal with their own business.
All right. Well, ironically, Gary, while boat sitting, your dark tide approaches on the actual dock itself instead of just springing up from the water. Hood-covered cloak, and gives you a little signal with his hand like he wants to come and talk to you.
I signal to come aboard.
gives a nod, steps on board. Shipmaster.
I missed everything before Shipmaster.
I said he steps on board.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It sounded like you cut out to me. I apologize.
I don't think I am. My mic is quite close to my face now.
No, it's my internet. So sometimes people drop just a little piece of what they're saying, and
Yeah.
I thought it was the beginning of your sentence.
So, he approaches and gets that little bit of a whisper to you of just, would you like to take cargo for trade or for smuggling before you leave?
Smuggling to where and trade to where?
He pulls up what appears to be this like waterproofed, leather-bound journal, opens it, flips through a couple of really, really nice-looking pieces of paper, comes to a point, puts his finger on it, and the ink starts to actually go visible after he puts like one of those scaly, almost inhuman, with a little pointed talon on the end of it, and green fingers on the page. Smuggling. Well, smuggling is always the more fun one, isn't it?
No
Let's
risk,
see.
no reward.
Well, let's see what we have. Give me 1 second. Steel Tranquility Glossary, thank you.
Quick question before I commit to anything. Are we going back to Alara Samal with...
That was your
Doyle
original
or-
itinerary.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we weren't continuing to the east.
Not as yet.
Yeah, not as of yet. Smuggling operation is a small place outside of Avila to the east. Sorry, I was looking up what I had listed for this. It's a smaller city. A farming area. Guermat. And I will spell
Time
that out for you.
sensitive? Yes, is it
No.
time sensitive? We are going to
No.
Alara Samal first, and then we are going to head east after.
Excellent. I'll find you shipping for Alara Samal. You are not allowed to know the nature of the cargo. The cargo is a single box. It is not live.
Yeah,
It
that's
is-
kind of an important thing to clarify here.
Hey, you are not on the boat.
My bad.
It is not living. It is non-volatile, meaning that it
This
should not
is my
explode or do anything else, but you are not allowed to open the box.
Noted.
It is approximately 1 cubic foot.
Small enough to be concealed easily. Very well.
Correct. Are you interested?
I think so.
Very good. Well, let's get you a contact. And he flips to another page. You'll be going to the grocer docks. You'll be seeing a summer elf. Name is Girdara Damalin. Or Dalamin, sorry. Can't read my own name.
Your name is Bob.
Thanks.
Ooh,
Kept it one syllable so I could remember it.
I almost spelled that right.
They are a dark-tide of their own self.
Good to know. Why does this booklet not have the things I need? Frustrate.
10 gold up front, 90 gold upon delivery.
Generous.
Let's get to Alara Samal, see if we can find you something to ship. He
Yes,
flips
whatever
through
you
his
can
book
find
again.
that we can fit, eh?
Yes. He looks at it, raises an eyebrow. Well, UNT cargo ship was carrying raw supplies and trade goods intended to take back to their home city, country, wherever they are. I don't know and I don't care. Alarisamal could use raw materials. Alarisamal's trade rate would be, I believe, looks at it again, you're looking at 150 gold for 1 ton of cargo.
Can carry 2.5.
Gary would know that, so that whisper is fine.
Yes. I was pretty sure that was well within our means. Yes, very well.
Very good. And with that, he kind of flips through the book and just... Otherwise, if you're interested in more volatile components, the Mages College of Mal Ivalar Shanta has requested some goods that the Bazaar is willing to send them. But these would be something... He looks up. I do not know the nature of their magics, but I believe evocation was the focus.
I apologize. I'm trying to write everything.
No, you're fine.
Well, Everlear Shanta is where. I know that one.
Yeah, that is a pretty famous mage college, actually.
Yep.
It is known as the Bladesinger School, and Garret, you would know this as well. Your uncle actually trained there.
Noted. And where is that? In what direction? How far?
That is in Gilderstrand, ironically close to Guermat, but again, volatile components.
Perhaps if on our return trip we can swing by for those. I do not feel right carrying them to Alarisamal and then back.
Very good. If they are still here, we will send you notice, but the college regularly orders materials, so should be a pretty safe one, aside from transit. Unfortunately, most of the contracts were either taken or... He pauses for just a little bit of a moment. Most of the contracts are taken. Gives you a nod.
This should be excellent. Oh, is there any mail or other parcels that need to be delivered?
Roll a persuasion check.
Ooh, I'm kind of a Viking in that. Let's see. First roll of the night. Oh, that is 18.
Gives you a small nod. Was not supposed to offer you too much, but you paid on time and I like you. He slowly slides you a little note. Westward has documents that they're willing to send to Alarisamal. They sent a shadow courier out looking for your boat. I caught them and asked what they were doing. Delivered a message.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Gives you just another nod. As far as you're concerned, I offered you bare minimum and dangerous jobs. And he closes his book, puts it away. It has been a pleasure having you at my dock. You are welcome to this one again.
and make sure to look you up. And if I can, I would like to. I'll roll whatever you need to, but get a look of kind of disgruntled, like, really? That's it? On my face when he's leaving?
Roll deception. Yeah, deception.
That one's going to be 15.
I mean, you look pretty rightfully bummed out as a ship captain who's not getting a full ship worth of cargo to take anywhere. You are technically losing some potential money. So, again, because you did a little bit of training with Dark Tides, you learned kind of some of their tricks about this, about how they can hide different things by doing a couple of different contracts for people that they like. Even if they got directed to screw them over, they can still make up the difference. So, Varn is very much in your court. But, you do an excellent job of looking ashamed.
Or
And
disgruntled.
indignant. Disgruntled, yeah. That mixture of things that did not go your way in Trinispad.
Good. I'm going to make sure before we set sail that he is well compensated for all of his help.
Excellent.
And then
All right.
I'm also going to grab the sending stone and ask whoever is holding the other part to go over to Westward.
Jyotis.
Leave that to be Jyotis.
That is Jyotis.
All right. So, Lestrin, was there any one last thing you wanted to do in Trinispad before heading out?
Thinking of checking out the fighting arena.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Somebody finally did it.
Oh, you make me so happy.
I was like, Bob put it there just for me. I know it, right?
I put it there technically for everyone.
I asked for an arena style fighting pit at one point.
Yep.
Yep.
I obliged, and no one took me up on the offer. So I'm
Really
so happy
busy
you're
little
taking
town.
me up on the offer. Would anyone else like to join Lestrin
Yeah.
at the fighting pit? Because this is one thing. Like, this would be your one thing, but I
Actually, I kind of would, but I can't, so.
I would love to, but I've got to one, I want to meet up with Echo if I can, but two, I've got to do the thing that Garret asked me. I got to go see Westward first.
yeah.
I
Well,
really want to buy more candy, but I feel like I owe it to Lestrin because he did the rock thing with me, so I'll go and cheer him on.
Yeah.
all right.
And I'll cheer on my bets.
All right. Sounds like we have 3 for a fighting pit. So-
Place one for me. If I could go there, I don't know if I'd have time to go
No.
to Westward. So, yeah.
I'm sorry to put my foot down, but in the meantime, you all wanted to get going, so I'm going to be stringent on this.
That's fine.
Awesome.
All right, let's set up things. Give me 1 second. I need to edit, upload asset,
Bad.
ignore the cat
How
Kitties.
can you?
Hi, Bailey.
carefully. The worst part is that him and the dog are just being extra tonight.
Wow, that sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
Well, my dog hasn't been extra. She's just been like, bleh.
All right, so.
Red pit.
Da-da-dun-da-dun.
Bwahahaha.
Dredge pit. All right, save.
This looks
Wow,
quite pit.
such pout.
All right, let's move some characters. Well, since there's at least 3 of you, I'm just going to add party to area. So, to Plunk.
I can hear it
Oh,
from
no,
distance.
whole new map.
Whole new map. Thank you, Patreon. So,
Wait, what just happened?
Critical question.
yeah.
Where's the betting area?
Oh, well, Latham, it is quite easy to find the betting area because there are multiple people taking bets. But
Bookie,
Lestrin,
bookie,
since
come
this
here.
is your thing, I am going to lead with you.
Okay.
The Dredge Pit is in the mid-morning, having what they call the Bloody Mary brawl, which is a brawler match. No weapons, free for all, grand melee. The title of Boom, as you can see, is drawn out in multiple flags that are flying around the edges of the pit. And Boom is implied to be a large creature, breathing fire, and carrying a barrel of what might be gunpowder.
Boy,
But Boom is not part of the Bloody Mary brawl.
excellent.
The large statue in the background is actually a dedicated one to a Loxodon. The Loxodon is wearing not a shawl, but oh my god, I am so terrible at my clothing
Toga?
terminology.
Toga?
A sarong.
It is a sarong. Thank you so much.
A
That
thong.
is exactly what I needed. Not a thong. Loxodon thongs would
We can
be-
just start naming clothing. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Urfa? Yeah.
It's where... God damn it. I'm gonna beat you to a pulp. Statue is approximately 10 feet tall, Loxodon in a sarong that is decored with what appears to be the speech of beasts and tongues. That is, it's almost tribalistic and done in ritualistic markers indicating animals, hunters, and difficult language to read. No one can quite get a grasp on it out of this party. But you can tell a couple of things about the Dredge Pit, Lestrin. Number one, the Bloody Mary Brawl will be held in the very center of the Dredge Pit, whereas this is currently seating that's been set up for a morning onlookers can drink and bet and cheer. Normally, though, the Dredge Pit is actually this entire area because these columns actually support a chain fence. Down here at the bottom of the map, and I will draw with the brush, is a large door that even now, with 3 sets of solid steel bars that are at least a foot wide, and it's a cubic, huge particle beam of steel. And they look like they've been bent before. The doors themselves are reinforced iron that is clearly dwarven made. There's no wood whatsoever on that door because it would have shattered. There's brutalistic punch marks that appear to be partly poked through it, along with scorch marks all over the thing. Right now, there is a heavy sound of snoring, like a that just happens in the background as sort of an ambiance to the morning brawl.
Bob, did you move me off the map? Just
I did not.
oh, okay, because I can't see a dang thing.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
And I'll just clear up the map really quick. Give me 1 second to fix dynamic lighting.
No worries.
There we go. That should
Better.
We can
that
see.
should make it better for everyone.
Yay.
Now you can eat off the map all on your own. So,
This brawl is to unconsciousness or death.
unconsciousness, but if you kill someone in the brawl, you do not have to pay grave tax.
If you kill somebody.
Yay.
Do I have to bury them?
No,
Yes.
no, it's determined. So amongst the betters are basically the ones that pay the grave tax here because they're the ones making money and losing money. Why the hell shouldn't they pay for the blood that they want spilled? So entrance fee, Lestrin, is 5 gold.
Okie dokie.
And let's see how many people are entering it.
Well, shoot, I'll enter it.
Oh, you'll enter the melee? Excellent.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to use weapons, but I can use magic. There we go.
That would be discouraged. The word brawl is in it. So no one
Rules
said
are
anything.
No weapons.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, screw around and find out. Okay, 6, 2. All right, so there are 8 other entrants today.
Can I give my gold to Latham to bet for me?
Telepathically, just send in your call your bets. Call your bets.
You know, for the price of your bardic inspiration, because Lestrin is normally going to win these things. So let's
This
be
is true.
real.
And then I do know that. I do know that there are a few others who would totally love to help out or
Yeah, no.
partake, so.
So yeah, I will say that Latham would be aware enough that if Lestrin was like, I'm going to hit the fighting pit, I'm going to do it, then here we go. Let's get Jyotis, Gary, if you wanted to bet on Lestrin, now is your chance.
Sure, I'll do it.
Or if you wanted to take the long bet on Lolly too, that's fine.
Sorry, Lolly. I didn't expect Lolly to jump in there. I knew Lestern would probably jump in. That's why I told him
It
before I
sounds like
left.
fun.
So Lolly, Lestrin, it is a total of a 5 gold entry.
I already removed it.
Perfect. Winner take all
All right.
in the ring. You cannot bet on yourselves. This part is important
Okay.
because otherwise you can start to throw the match.
I have mage armor on. Bink.
Cool. All right.
I'm sorry, and it's Lolly and Lestrin who are fighting each other. No one else.
No, there's 8 other entrants into
There's
this.
10 total, so the pot is 50 gold. Bob?
Yep, correct.
But
Pot is
technically,
50 gold. People are taking bets, trying to size things up. They are giving. Oh, let's see. Let's see what the official fighting pit identity is. They are giving 2-to-1 odds on Lestrin winning. Because he looks tough, but in the meantime, that could also make people want to punch him first.
fair. That's fair.
They are giving 5-to-1 odds on Lolly winning because she's big, but also she could be
Firbolg.
soft, and that might be able to take more punches. They're not sure, so
Firbolg.
they're pretty sure she's going to die, but they're also like, well, we'll see. It could happen. 5-to-1.
Oh,
Latham likes the risk.
Yep.
Yeah, Latham. As we found out last episode, Latham likes a risk. Okay. So, let's begin then. Give me 1 second to get some NPCs ready.
Technically, they could take out everybody, but then they'd have to duke it out if it was just them 2 left, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's winner take all. We already know how good Les is at headbutting lollies.
I don't know that, though.
True enough.
Oh, yeah, I apologize in advance.
For what? I'm going to kick your butt.
Really?
Oh. God, I wish I was there.
She has no idea that I took out the doppelganger her.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
That's what I thought. Yay.
Well, she would know that she would know because we were at Doyle's. She would know that we took it out. We at least took it out. Yeah.
But also, Lolly didn't really for all the talk with the doppelganger. She was very much. Wait, you were tricked by that?
Yeah, that's very
Right?
true. That's very true.
Yeah,
She was very
Lolly does not
skeptical.
hold a doppelganger in high regards.
Nope.
And I don't know if Lestern should either.
Ooh.
Not the doppelganger.
This is exciting. All right, so let's see who we got to enter in this. God damn it, D&D. Give me the thing I want.
Fighting, fighting, fighting.
There it is. That's what I like. Okay. Okay, so let's roll first D4 to determine how many of those. 3 of those. Got it. And then let's roll a D6. All right, 4 of those. And then the 8th one. So the 8th person who has the worst betting odds out of everyone there is Mary herself, which is a humanoid individual who enters the ring drinking what is obviously tomato juice and vodka, or possibly blood. It is a little dark.
Wow.
And she downs the thing, throws it out, and proceeds to be the first one to hop in. So I'm going to add some creatures really quick.
Mary herself. She's gonna be like secretly
The Ringer.
Scylla or something like that.
Ignore the levels on these, please.
Okay.
No.
They're just tokens.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just tokens, promise. And I'm going to make Mary the bandit captain because they don't have a really good badass female token. All right.
Baby.
Get on my level, Astral. All right, Lester and Lolly, you two are supposed to begin this at the edges of the pit. So the goal is that you all get to line up at a pit edge, and then at initiative, everyone gets to charge in. So,
Woo!
oh, Lolly's got the right of it. This mini edge in here.
In
It
here?
is a
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it is a small area this time. Not a big one.
Cool.
Are those
Excellent.
5-foot squares? 1, 2.
I can move almost entirely across the pit.
Uh-huh.
Those are 5-foot squares, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Lestern's Mario boots with jumpiness.
Uh-huh.
Hi, baby. Thank you.
Do they?
Good toy.
So it's the bloody. So it's called a Bloody Sunday, or what are we calling this? The
It's a Bloody Mary brawl.
Yeah,
All right.
Mary.
Do they serve Bloody Marys?
Of course they do.
All
This
right.
is Trinity.
Latham's ordering I'm ordering a Bloody Mary to go along
Yeah,
with
no,
the Bloody
and
Mary brawl.
Bloody Mary likes her Bloody Marys a bit on the bloody side. She uses bell pepper instead of tomato juice or red bell pepper, with a little bit of some habanero kick to it. So you got yourself a spicy Mary right there.
Pickled
Yum, yum.
asparagus and jalapenos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a little bacon.
Yes.
It's all about the celery salt. That's
Oh man, Lindsay ordered a Bloody Mary during brunch today, and legit,
Mhm.
they handed her this thing with like shrimp cocktail and
Oh, it's a
bacon
meal.
and all the fixins. Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
meal.
no, it's
Did
a
not
recovery
miss
meal.
it. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jyotis had one at the Dingy Bird after our drinking night.
Mm-hmm. It's a recovery.
I had like breakfast, greasiest that they served,
You had like 3 greasy breakfasts, I think.
or 2. Probably just 2.
Maybe 2. It was a lot.
I'm a hungry
was
dwarf.
a lot. So, Lestrin, Lolly, can I get initiatives?
Oh, certainly.
7.
13.
All right. So, Lestrin at 13, Lolly at 7. 2 I need right now. I'm gonna send Jyotis, Thumb, Gary down there. All right. 9.
That's not charging at all, is it? Okay. That's not working one iota.
All right. So let's get this party started.
I'm freezing. Oh my god.
Right. There's that. Let's roll for our monks. They are going just ahead of Lolly. And then let's roll for our bears. We bear bears. They are going dead last. Got it. Okay.
Bears.
All right.
Hey Bob, before we get too far into this,
Uh-huh.
I'd like to do a quick check. Like, how magical does this little fight room feel? Is there anything?
Roll an Arcana
Good.
check.
8 on the die. 13 total.
There's definitely something in the air. And
Okay.
you know that in this city, no one plays fair. Beyond that, it's difficult to tell.
Okay.
All right. So, first up is actually Mary, who is going to turn around, come up to this monk right here, and punch them. And she misses. So she takes a drunken sway step, and then proceeds to throat punch that guy. Brutal punch that, like, on her second swing, she kind of does this, like, whoop, and what happens is that he's so, like, she's drunk, he gets that moment of confidence, and then she just catches him right in the throat with all four knuckles, and it's quick. Like, he just loses his breath, stunned. And then she's gonna go and do flurry of blows. Well, that's a crit. And that's a hit. So, that monk is down. That monk is instantly down because she throat punched him
Ooh.
and then proceeded to just grab him, skull punch him, headbutt him clean through, and tossed his body into the wall.
Well, shit.
So,
I'll be
there
like,
were,
yeah.
and then there were 9. So,
Have a little sip of my Bloody Mary. Raise a glass.
Lesterin, your turn. Bugbears to the left, bugbears to the right.
Go this way.
Okay,
And bonus action rage.
nice.
And then I'm going to attack with my greatsword.
No, you ain't. This is a
Oh.
brawl. No weapons allowed.
Oh yeah, durr. No, okay. Well, it doesn't much matter. It's still the same plus. It's just
50-50.
different damage.
Yep.
50-50s.
Uh, Does a dirty 20.
Yeah, of course, a dirty 20. But, I mean, these aren't frost giants, right, Chip?
Right.
7 damage. Oh wait,
Okay.
no. 9.
Okay, good solid hit. You rush in and pop right in the face. With your attack action, you do have 2 attacks.
Oh yeah.
50-50.
This will be the last time I remind you, but it's the first round, you know. Got to get
20.
that wake up.
24
Oh, that's definitely a hit.
and another 9.
He looks rough. You
Yeah.
punched him in the face twice, and he is bleeding from the nose, lost a couple of teeth, and he just, oh! All right. With that, let's start with him. He is going to come back at you and try an attack. Let's do Bugaboo. Oh, no, it's not his turn. It's the monks. That's who it is. Sorry. So, monkey. This one's going to come for Lolly.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah.
I'm Lolly.
Throw a copy drawing of.
Lolly, what's your AC?
13.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit. Lolly, you're going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
As it just comes in right in your stomach. And in the meantime, this one and this one are going to fight each other. So they're each going to take a swing at each other at the same time. Let's see what their AC is. They both managed to miss each other. It is... They're both like doing that kind of like kick action where they just fling these big wide arcing kicks at each other and is just perfectly out of time with one another. This bugbear looks at those two and does not move because it's not the bugbear's turn yet, and that monk is down. Lolly, it's your round, actually.
Ooh, okay. I am... I kind of want to mess around and find out.
Good luck.
Say magic was illegal.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna mess around and find out. I'm gonna cast Mirror Image on myself as an action.
Ooh. Exciting.
Yeah. And let's see. I think I'm gonna skirt around this lady until I'm here. And that'll be me.
Okay. All right. Hey, hun, the thing arrived.
Cheering.
Would you mind delivering?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so bugbear number 1 is going to go for Bloody Mary. Actually, it would go right here because it has reach.
Ooh.
So, buggy boo, buggy boo. All right, let's do just +4 to hit. Got it. Okay, looks like 1 hit, and then these guys are not nice. Okay, wow. So it hits her from a distance with its fist. Like you guys watch as it stops just far enough away from her, throws a fist out, catches a shoulder, and you hear some bone after it thwack right into her. And then we have the next bugbear is up against Lestrin. Two swings at Lestrin. Oh man, I crit.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no! Come on. Now.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
All right. Well, let's roll some d4. All right. Let's get rid of that. Let's roll some d4. The caramel. Okay. Thank you. All right. So, Lestrin, that first critical hit is a grand total of 17 damage. You get to cut it in half because you're raging.
So 8 or 9.
8. Round down. Second hit. Second hit is just a total of 8 points that you get to cut in half to 4. Having watched his buddy basically all but slam you and not do that much, this bugbear kind of looks at the mirrors of Lolly fighting that monk and decides it's going to take out the obvious competition first. So it's going to stand right here, just at a distance, and throw 2 fists at you. One hit. Okay. That first hit it throws just catches you upside the head, and you wind up taking a grand total of 10 points of damage. You can reduce to 5 as it just unexpectedly throws a sidewinder at your head. A haymaker that connects, but doesn't do as much as it thought it would. And with that, we have top of the round. Mary is going to step up to her bugbear. That is a hit. Bugbear fails. Mary is again going to do more hits. Okay. So, actually, we'll do this the quick way. Sorry. All right. The one that Mary's fighting all but falls down on a knee. Like it's up, but only just. Lestrin, it's your turn. You got 2 bugbears on you.
Well, I'm gonna attack the one that took 18 damage last time.
Yeah, the one that you punched twice.
Yeah.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
Okay. First one's 26.
Hit.
Second one's 17.
Hit. It was close, but hit.
Total of 16. And I'm gonna hit him with my Storm Aura.
He's down.
Oh, okay.
How much damage did you do on the first hit alone?
8.
Oh yeah, no, you needed both hits. He had 9, so it was
Okay.
that first hit clocks him again right across the face, and he gets that dazed look like he's about to fall, but he's so basically well balanced on his haunches that he's not fallen over. And then that second tap you go through, and it's more just a punch to the solar plexus to get him off his feet, and he falls. By the way, subdual or lethal damage?
Oh, subdual.
Okay, yeah, he is down.
They're obviously buddies. If I kill one of them, they're gonna freaking for the throat.
Yeah.
And then the other one needs to make a Dex saving throw, DC 15.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Dex saving throw, DC 15. Well, it does not make it.
5 damage.
Ooh!
Of lightning.
And Latham, you hear the announcer shout out, "Oh, look at this! We have some tricky people in the arena! A cloner and some lightning!" So, 5 points of damage, lightning-y?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is the monks. The one fighting Lolly is going to take another shot.
Uh-huh.
Oh, how does mirror image work, hon? Remind me.
Illusionary duplicates. You roll a d20 to determine whether the attack hits. If I have 3 up,
Okay.
I must roll a 6. You must roll a 6 or higher to change. With 2 duplicates, you must roll an 8 or higher, and with 1 duplicate, you must roll an 11 or higher.
Okay, so if I roll a below a 6, I can target you? Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 5 on the dice, but in the meantime,
so
I think that means...
entirely.
Yeah, it misses entirely. So that monk is just not having a good time. He is very confused right now. These 2 monks are going to disengage and attempt to surround Mary. And they are quite fleet of foot, as this one narrowly avoids Bugbear. That one's going to get in there and try to take a hit at her, because it saw her take 1 hit. It misses 2 times, even with advantage. This one. That one's going to hit. Okay. Mary takes the first shot from a regular humanoid male as someone with a top knot just kind of swoops in, ducks under one of the bugbear's swinging arms, and leads in with a strike, a sharp jab into her ribs. You hear another kunk. All right.
And
So,
Bob, I misread this one. It's 6 or higher for me to change that to one of my duplicates. So you actually
but I would have missed because I only got. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
so
So
I can.
you can roll an attack now.
Okay, well, let me roll an attack.
Oh, sorry.
No, I miss you. I got
Oh,
a 3
okay.
on the dice. So
All right.
it is at least consistent.
Yay!
Maintaining the narrative.
My honesty paid off.
Lolly, it is your round.
Lolly, I'm
Okay.
cheering you on. I'm just like, yeah, go Lolly.
Woo!
Woo!
I'm
And
so
you cheering you on.
All right, I am going to wind up with my tail and bludgeon her.
All right. Roll to hit.
All right. Does a 14 hit?
It does.
Awesome. So she just takes a straight 3 damage.
Okay. All right. So that's a good hit. It's at least something they did not expect because they thought, looking at you, that you were the least threatening thing here.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Like a
So-
wallpaper bag, too.
This bugbear is going to continue throwing arms at Lestrin for 2 attacks. Lestrin's AC
16.
is 16. I believe I'm going to hit once, but let me double check. Yeah, got it by 1. Okay, so 1 attack to hit. All right, Lestrin, it comes in for a big swing this time. It came in for 14 points of damage, but in the meantime, you get to reduce that down to 7. So its other fist goes wide, but it throws an uppercut at you and just catches you right on the forehead as you try to get out of the way. And then this one down here with the bandit captain, with Bloody Mary, it's going to take its 2 shots. And those are not its allies, so it does not get advantage. So 1 hit. And it again is going to dig in a fist. Not do too much to her, though. Its hit was almost a glancing blow that caught her on one of her legs as she attempted to kick back at it. Top of the round, it is Bloody Mary's turn. Seeing that she is surrounded, she's going to do the logical thing and tactically hurt the first thing, which is the bugbear she'd already been working on. 1 hit. Bugbear saves.
Oh, that hurt.
Alright, that she's fighting starts looking rough. She then uses this weird motion sway and starts stumbling over, and lands in front of this bugbear. And all 3 of them took pop shots at her, but it's like they could only hit air as she was kind of stumbling over. And she comes in at this one. And yeah, that is a hit. All right. And Lestrin, the one that you had lightninged previously, is now looking a little more rough for the wear and tear because she took a knife edge hand and just jabbed into its kidney from the back before removing her hand and kind of like waving and lazily dancing off. It is now your turn.
And attack the one that I zapped.
All right.
Uh, 19
Hit.
and a dirty 20.
Hit.
It's 11 plus 8.
Oh,
19.
19 points of damage?
Yeah. Oh, those are my 2 attacks, yes.
Oh my god, yeah, that thing is obliterated.
Did the first one get it?
I don't know. How much did the first one do?
11?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. First one knocked it absolutely on its ass.
Okay, good. Then I want to move over to the Bloody Mary lady.
Alright, I need you to roll an attack to hit her.
That would have been the 19.
Okay, that will hit. What was the damage?
8.
Okay.
And then have her do a DC 15 dex.
Okay. Yeah, easily. The lightning strikes down, and you know how normally someone takes half damage from your lightning?
Uh-huh.
She is nowhere near the lightning. It hits, but it's almost like her body blurred and moved faster than the lightning could.
Okay, she still takes 3.
She does not.
Unless she doesn't take any of it? Okay.
No. She is, when she makes a save, things go better for her. But on the bright side, you got the bugbear.
Yeah.
What is he barking at? Sorry.
Creature
I
of your
don't know.
choice. Takes lightning damage.
Yeah, but dexterity saves have special effects for
Mhm.
her. So, with that, it is the monk's turn. All 3 of them that are left. Let's do the 2 down below while Brit handles Wendell. All right. One of them punches the bugbear successfully. The other punches the bugbear successfully. All right. That bugbear looks way worse for the wear, but it's still standing as it gets double teamed by the 2 monks who, previously fighting each other, had decided to take down stronger targets. So it's still standing, but not well. The one fighting Lolly, I have to roll a d20 to see if I can even target her.
Yeah, I got.
I cannot. I'm targeting one of your clones.
Okay.
Natural 20 to hit the clone. So
Yeah,
that clone
will
is
work.
gone.
All right, so I'm
That monk comes in with a hammer swing fall skull crusher like move that looks like it would have broken your neck and connects with something not you. And then it is Lolly's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna bludgeon her with my tail again.
All right, swing for it.
Wee. Natural 20. So 6 points of damage.
Yeah, that one hurts. That one hurts. She's still hanging in there, but she's definitely got some blood trickling out of the mouth right now, and some of the members of the crowd up with Latham are starting to like, ooh. And
Latham's like really like
previously
really
the odds that were now 5-1 on Lolly are now 4-1 after seeing that hit. All right, top of the round, it is Bloody Mary, who is going to look at the damage that Lestrin has done and gives this just wicked grin and is going to close in for a hit at first. That's not going to hit. But in the meantime, when her first hit doesn't hit, it's like a drunken maneuver. So she kind of stumbles over this way and goes for a second attack. That is definitely a hit. Lestrin, you take a total of 9 points of damage that you cannot reduce because she has magic hands. And I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Lesterin.
24 for my con save.
Yeah, you're good. She hit you right in the square of the back, and for a second your body started to freeze up, and then you got really angry about it, and you didn't. She looks at that like a, huh, and she's going to go in for 2 more hits. Okay, 1 more hit, actually. 1 hit connects. You take another 7 points of damage that cannot be reduced. As they say, she can punch ghosts.
Damn.
Yeah, she is quite the monk. So, with that, Lestrin, it is actually your turn.
How about one that I can actually read? $26
Hit.
and 19.
Also a hit.
So the first one's 10.
Ouch.
The one
And the
is
second
10.
one?
10.
Very consistent. So, yeah, you drill into her twice, and she coughs up a little bit of blood on the second hit, wipes it away, and just check your passive perception.
And also DC 15 for light.
Yep. And Lestrin, with your passive perception, you get a hint as she wipes the blood off of her mouth that one of her canines is a bit more pronounced. And with that, let's roll her save. Oh, yeah. She, again, that lightning hits, but she wasn't there. And it's weird to watch how...
Nimble?
Yeah.
Nimbly bimbly.
Yep.
And I'll keep zapping at her.
Gosh, she sounds like a plot hog. Kill it.
Lolly, you're doing amazing. Keep at it.
Latham.
I got money on this.
I know you do. That's great.
5 to 1, I'll take it. Lolly, you're doing amazing. Inspiration.
Inspiration? Yay!
So in my cheering, I'm going to infuse a little bit. Just slide that in there. A little.
Bardic inspiration?
Mm-hmm.
Just slide it right on in, huh? All right. Well, the monk fighting Lolly is going to take another swing for her. It is going to hit another clone. Well, if it hits, I have to roll. It does barely manage to glance the clone. Another clone dies.
What'd you roll?
And then, Lolly, it is your round.
All right.
As I have to determine if the other two finish off the bugbear they were facing.
All right. What's inspiration do?
You can add.
It's just a 1d8 that you can add to a ability check, attack roll, or saving throw at any point you need.
Oh, okay.
So you get to add it before checking on the outcome. So, you know.
I think I got this one in 18.
That's a hit.
All right. And that's just a straight 3 damage.
What?
That is a hit. Or, sorry. That one is the one you need. That person goes down.
Yay.
Pop goes the monk.
I did it.
It disappeared again.
I know. Every time I make someone else disappear, it's like, hey, would you like this person to go away too? No. She's just blinking in and out of reality. Okay. Yeah. So Lolly has that monk taken care of. There are no more bugbears as the little fight between the monks and the bugbear. I forgot to roll for the bugbear last time. It punched a monk and then it got punched down and driven away. So the bugbears are gone. It is top of the round. It is Mary's round. And she is going to wipe the blood away from her mouth and come in. Lestrin, I need an opposed grapple check.
Oh, was that a Bloody Mary?
Yeah, Bloody Mary. You can roll either strength or athletics. Or sorry, athletics or acrobatics is your grapple check.
Take athletics. 16. 24.
Tie goes to attacker. Because I got a 24 too.
So she grapples me?
Yeah, she grapples you. She's coming in for an attack with advantage. Okay, that is a hit. And then I have to look up how this works. Because I have not done this before. It's my first time using one of these little things.
Is it like a chokehold where she gets to do damage as she holds?
No, it is not like a chokehold where she gets to do damage. She's
Ooh.
coming in and getting a little bit bitey.
Oh, yikes. Those
And,
pronounced canines.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's see. We're saying, okay, perfect. All right. Oh, no. Okay. Lestrin, you take 4 points of piercing damage that you can reduce to 2. But she looks a little bit healthier after that. And then she's going to try. She's going to use the last of her key to try to hit you as hard as she can. And get rid of you. All right. Both of those are hits. First hit is 9 points of damage. Second hit is minimum for 5 points of damage. How you doing, Lestrin?
What was the first one? 9?
9 and 5.
So that's 4, 2. I'm still good.
Okay. All right.
I
Still
have
standing
30
strong.
32 out of 80.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
And she is going to bonus action disengage because that is... No, she already used her bonus action to flurry. I can't do that. All right. She is stuck there.
She's stuck to me?
Yeah, well,
Wasn't
she
she
grappled
grappling?
you, so she's stuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
And normally a bonus action disengage would let you let someone go. You can let someone go as a free action, but she used her bonus action, so there it is. All right, time for the last monk, who is going to look between Lolly and them and look at how ugly this fight is going and decide to go for Lolly. And just
the
gonna
other two are distracted. They might be really good at it.
This one's just running up to you. They
Okay.
don't get to hit you. They use all their movement to come charging up like and that's their round.
Movement. Yeah.
Does
I
Lolly
don't know.
still have
That's
illusions?
what, like 5, 10.
They all got popped.
Yeah, no, it's over 30, so they had to use it.
Oh.
Like, yeah, they're not great fighters. They're just here having fun.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, they are not actually monks, I promise. Aside from the one who's brawling Lestrin. So, with that, Lolly, it is your round.
Yeah. Okay. Farts around and find out. I'm a puncher.
Okay.
With my little velociraptor arms. Oh wait, I have inspiration still, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. 14 plus 5, so 19.
That is the hit.
3 points of damage.
This one's barely hanging on because it took a hit from the bugbear earlier.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, you hit it, but it goes down on a knee for a second and has to like slowly get back up after that hit. And they just get their fists halfway up, but they're cling. Lestrin, I think I skipped you, so you get around, and then it's top of the round.
Okay. Do I have to escape, or can I just headbutt?
No, you can stay in the grapple. Grapple is literally just that they've grabbed you. Your movement speed is technically 0. That's the effect of grapple.
Oh, I don't want to escape. She's got me, and we're stuck together.
Yeah, she took a bite out of crime, so.
And healed herself.
So,
Sort of.
first attack is 24
Hit.
and 23 for the second.
Both solid hits.
First one's 10. Oh my god, that is getting annoying. And 9. And then
Man,
the lightning.
Thank God she thank God she drained a little bit of your vitality there, because that's what's keeping her upright right now. So, lightning-y again manages to dodge it, and she flips while holding you over your body, lands on the other side right as that lightning strikes. It is amazing how quickly she can move around.
Damn.
Yeah. So top of the round, it's her move.
Really gonna be toast.
Oh, she is royally pissed right now because Normally, everyone else she fights goes down a lot easier than this. This does not make any sense.
We should have gone for the fluffy one.
Hey.
Kind of wipes away her mouth and like, I see that. And she's going to come in full throttle. That's a hit. Lestrin, I need a Constitution saving throw from you, sir.
$25.
Yeah, you're good. You're not stunned. She is very annoyed, but coming in for 2 more hits. Okay. That one is a hit. And then that one is a hit. All right, so she's going to hit you 3 times, but you are not stunned. All right, first one, 7 points of damage. And now that she's got you in a grapple, you can actually start to see how she's hitting you so much harder than it should. It's almost like a little bit of her veins go black right before her fist punches in to your sternum and tries to collapse your lung for you. And she does that like once to each lung and then turns around and just sidearms you over the head to get her arm back in position to maintain the grapple. So that was the first hit, was 7. Next hit, 9. Last hit, minimum damage for 5.
Can I cut any of that in half? Or no?
No. This is, again, you see that weird black pulse traveling through her body each time she punches and hits you. This is like the first thing you've fought that you can't cut down.
Okay. I'm still good. 11.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, it is your round, Lestrin.
Oh.
And she is looking very wounded and very annoyed that you did not go to sleep.
It's 23 and 24 again.
Those are both hits.
Damn, Lestrin.
Yeah.
I know, Lestrin is the new Jyotis.
9.
Hit.
Come on, that's gonna be a 4. And 11. 9 and 11.
Yeah, that first hit has her like on the balls of her feet, almost dropping. Her eyes and pupils completely dilate like she has a concussion that has finally caught up to her. And then on the 11, whack! Punch into her. And that is the one that seems to be doing it pretty well. Give me 1 second to check to make sure I don't have anything that I'm forgetting. Let's see. Nope, she's gonna go sleep. She is gives that final cough spurt of like blood and black ichor that come out of her mouth, and she falls over.
Sleep.
Go to sleep.
Yay! Oh, my guy disappeared again.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know.
Of course.
All right. Yeah, because whenever I try to like hide one person, it's like hide everything.
Mhm.
So with that, it is their round. They are going to attack Lolly. Lolly, what do I need to roll to hit your last clone?
So I have one last one, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, pulling it up. It has to be an 11 or higher for me to swap it to my clone.
All right. Well, I rolled a 12, so it's going to the clone.
Okay.
I missed the clone.
Mhm.
I missed the clone. This one, like, it thinks it has you, and it swings, and somehow a clone with 10 AC manages to step out of the way. I have nothing nice to say about that. Lolly, it's your round.
Tail beat down.
Uh-huh.
Do I still have Bardic Inspiration?
Yep.
Do you already use it? Well, did you use it?
I used
Or
it
not?
once.
I don't...
Yeah,
oh, yeah, no, then it's gone. You still have a point of inspiration. 14 does hit.
Okay, well I don't need it then. 3 hit, 3 damage.
Okay. Yeah, yours falls.
God. Clunk.
Yeah, no, they were barely holding on because they fought a bugbear first. It was not going
Yeah,
great.
that's right.
The
That's right.
last two in the arena are this
Now
giant
for the real
fluff
fight.
ball and this like burly, beaten to hell dwarf who has all of
Oh,
this
it's good.
crackling lightning energy around them.
Oh, it's getting good.
So, with that, Lesterin, it is your round.
PvP.
Lesterin, we did it! Yay! Oh no.
I'm sorry, Lolly. I apologized in advance.
Not the first time that Lestern's beaten up on Lolly.
Is there
Right.
still a clone? Or did it
There-
poof?
Have a clone.
There is still a clone. It did not get hit.
Okay. So I need to roll.
You need to roll a d20 first to see if you hit the clone.
I thought
Okay.
the player rolled that.
Yeah,
Nope.
it says I roll it.
Oh,
I
I'm
was letting
sorry.
Bob do it because, like, whatever, but here, let me roll it.
Oh, yeah.
Roll it.
Yeah, roll.
Yeah, so you can hit me because I rolled a 6.
Oh, okay.
I mean, don't hit me, but you can.
You have a DC 13?
Huh?
Or your AC is 13?
Uh-huh.
hmm
Okay, so both of them hit you.
Oh, no. Lester,
So first
why?
one on the...
Lester, you
First
do.
one.
Lolly, you do get to roll twice to see if either get mitigated to the clone, because it is 2
Oh,
attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, true. Second one was the 13, so yes on the second one. But-
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
so that's
Lester,
my
and your
last
first
clone.
punch connects. Your second one hits, and like it's like you had to close your eyes for a second to do it, and you get confused because your fist just goes through, and at first you think you've killed Lolly, but then Lolly just disappears.
Okay. So, the one that actually connects does 8 damage. Yes, I understand you have to potty. I'm sure we're gonna do a break in a second.
Lester, why?
And then the Dex DC 15
Mhm.
Ollie
Oh, okay, I gotta roll a dex
Light-
save.
light.
Yeah,
Lightning
dex save,
seven.
Lolly. You're gonna take some lightning-y.
Oh, no.
5.
Oh, no. Why? Are you so mean?
I'm sorry,
Right.
Lolly.
Lolly, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to cry. You're being mean, Lester. And I
Wait,
pop up another mirror image. And my bonus action is I'm going to do healing light on myself.
Ooh.
Ooh.
4 of these. So 4
Oh,
d6.
no.
Fight's gonna take forever.
And recover 18 hit points.
Did you eat that jambalaya or the jumbo?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
don't
right,
forget
I
you
get
recover
another
extra
D8,
hit
right?
points.
I
Mhm.
really need you
Yeah.
to punch me.
All right, 4. All right, I'm at full health again.
Wow.
Yeah. Lolly
Around and
emerges with
find
new
out,
clones.
Wes.
But you're not gonna hit me? God damn it.
She can't that round.
Yeah, if I already
You
mentioned
hit
that.
her, so you maintain rage.
I know.
But Lestrin, it is your round.
Okay. I'm gonna attack you again.
Okay.
You wanna roll
Uh-huh.
your two 20s?
Yeah,
See if-
so the first one's going to hit a clone, and second one's going to hit a clone.
Okay.
Well, that's easy. Lestrin literally can't miss a clone, sorry, so.
Oh, really? Okay, so both of them are gone.
hmm
Obliterated.
And then.
Oh, and then lightning.
hmm
Oh, man. I keep forgetting about the lightning, man. All right. What's that
Zappity zap.
DC? What?
15.
Oh, it's a 2. So, yeah, I definitely take that.
Yeah, take some lightning-y.
4 damage.
Okay. Ow. Okay. Lester in! Let me win.
Ollie,
And
hit me.
I'm gonna swing at you, I guess.
Hit my chin.
I'm gonna
Pointing at it.
I'm gonna point. I'm gonna punch your chin. 21.
Hit.
It definitely hits.
3 points of damage.
Cut in half down to 1.
Down to 1.
Not 14, just 1. Bob, can I do a performance check to pass out?
I am so down for this. Yes, you can.
That's 16 on the dice. 18.
Oh no.
Okay, I am going to roll for 3 different entities. The crowd. The crowd
I'm
goes
gonna hype
wild.
that shit up because like I'm like way into it.
The betters. The betters see nothing. And last but not least, sees nothing. Okay. With Lolly's passive perception, Lolly also thinks that she might have knocked you unconscious as you take the hit on the chin right as she instructed, and you lift your body up with the boots of striding and springing just enough into the air to make it seem like her giant Firbolg strength has uppercut you. And then you fall flat down on the ground, unmoving, dedicating yourself to remaining still.
Oh no.
Lesterhead, are you okay? Oh my god, spare the dying! Spare the dying!
Well, Lolly, first off, subdual damage is automatically stable.
Yeah. I don't know that though.
But in the meantime, the crowd is absolutely going nuts. Only a few people have made money today.
Mm-hmm.
Latham, your 5-to-1 odds have kicked in. Lolly, you are given 50 gold.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I tried to swallow my tongue.
And I believe, Latham, you are also getting a total of 50 gold as you put down 10 gold on Lolly, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
5 to 1
congratulations.
pays 6 times.
Oh, I'm sorry. 5-to-1 pays 6 times. Well, then, you're getting 60 gold.
Sweet.
Amazing.
And
I
as
posted
no one
the
died...
thingy in the chat so everybody can see.
Thank you. As no one died, there was no need for the betters to pay grave tax. So that was nice. And here, let's take a 15-minute break and see everyone back at 10:30.
Alright.
I almost put 20 on. Oh.
Excellent. I expect to be paid for my acting.
Oh.
I'm ready.
All right. Sam, you want to count us in?
Yes. You ready? Brit?
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1. Fidelio.
All right. So the crowd went wild. Lolly won the winnings that was actually handed to you by the Loxodon that you had met earlier the night before at Magister Grimsby's house, however, indirectly. She approaches you with your winnings in a bag and very gingerly hands it to you and just an unexpected strategy. Very interesting.
Hi. I'm Lolly. Thanks.
You may call me the Blade Mother.
Ooh. Wait, does that mean your babies are blades?
That means they are as dangerous as them. We all have our herds in life. May you ever care for yours. She gives a slight dip. And, Lestrin, since it was subdual damage that quote-unquote knocked you out, after recovery, you still notice that in the distance, there is still a nice little snore, despite all the crowd rustle and noise that is now gone as the crowds are dispersing. There is this... And the Blade Mother does give you a nod of approval and just, well fought.
Thank you.
I always extend an invitation to the winner of the Bloody Mary Brawl. And she kind of spits on the ground and looks at Mary, who is slowly dragging herself out of the arena after the beating that Lestrin gave her. If anyone beats her, they are always invited to challenge the resident champion of the Dredge Pit. And she points back. Some say he is my firstborn, but I do not give birth to giants. But should you ever wish to fight Boom, let me know, and I will coordinate the match.
Sure thing.
Oh, that is not to you, my dwarfen friend. You lost.
No.
And she turns back, and that is to
I
you,
won.
Lobby.
Yay! Cool. But I think we're leaving today. But I'll
It is an open invitation, and I will remember one such as you. I do
Cool.
not forget.
Am I still allowed to use magic against Boom?
You are encouraged to use whatever you can. Weapons, magic, tactics. It does not tend to matter.
Awesome. Well, next time we're in town, I'll look you up.
Very good. Gives you a little bit of a bow again. And she moves with the exact kind of fluidity and grace that the Bloody Mary moved with, but without that drunken, unpredictable style. She carries herself silently on her feet.
God,
Unlike
what's
the
going on
animals
with
in my
that?
house. Well, Wendell decided, hey, what if I lick that tail?
And Bailey wasn't into that.
No.
That's new.
Jeez.
Okay.
You're just
Hey,
into most everything.
I know, right?
hey, my cat resembles that remark. Okay. All right, kids. So that takes care of Lolly, Lestrin, and Latham. Jyotis, what did you want to do in town?
Well, first I was going to do this. I mean, I rolled a 22 on my echolocation skill last time.
Uh-huh.
But
So-
aside from that, I definitely want to make it to Westward to pick up the things Garret had said I need to pick up.
So you find Echo browsing the Bazaar with what looks like a hurricane glass tied around her neck and a straw in her mouth. And she gives you... Yeah, no, she is vacationing as hard as she can in the few hours she has.
Yes.
She has clearly bought herself a pair of solar shades, a nice big brimmed hat, and is just enjoying her day, as she does have a couple of bags that look like they have been loaded up. She does give you a passing wave.
I'm going to walk up to her and be like, and ask her if I can join her for the day or if she wants to be by her lonesome.
Her eyebrows raised just a little bit beyond the shades, and just, are you fulfilling your escort invitation?
Yes, although at some point I do have to make it to Westward because Garret said we need to pick up some courier service.
She gives a nod and just, well, how about, for being so shit at getting me off the boat, you take me to lunch, and then we'll go to Westward.
Absolutely. Sorry about that. Also, sorry about the,
You didn't get us off at all.
God damn it, Brittany.
the day's not over, and we still have the room, right, for the night.
Technically.
Anyway, yeah, let's go do that.
Yeah, so if you go to the Rebel Blossom, I don't know if you're going there or if you're going somewhere else for food.
Actually, if we're in
Let's
the
go
Bazaar,
back to the Trinispad map, actually. Now that
sure.
we're done with the fighting pit.
Yay.
Do I see any of the people in the Bazaar that I would recognize from previous interactions? Like the tailor or whoever else?
Yeah, you do see Bit in the Bazaar. She is there.
I'm just gonna, stop by quick and ask if there's a recommendation for a place to eat in town.
She gives you kind of this paused look and just... Was Grimsby Manor not to your taste?
Just a place we can stop for lunch.
And she gives this kind of little knowing nod and just Rebel Blossom Tavern is good, but there is a small house across from the dry paddle in front of the lake.
Ah, that's not far. Thank you.
Yeah. Tell them that Bit sent you. It does not have a label outside because it is invitation.
Ah, I see. Thank you. And he slips her a silver for that.
She looks at that and just, okay then. You can tell she's a bit disappointed in how low you tip.
Oh, well, then I'll make it a gold.
Okay. That is better. You do better. Gives you that little, claw tap.
Ooh. Jyotis would react like that, ooh. like surprised.
Echo is just staring. And again, shades, expressionless, and just sipping at the hurricane glass.
Uh-huh. It's gonna be the worst high school date ever. So, she said we should go to the dry paddle, and it is invitation only, and to say that Bit sent us.
Sir, point of order, she said a house across from the dry paddle, but if you want to go to the dry paddle on your high school date, I would love it.
I want to go to where she pointed us to.
Okay. All right. Oh, man. That would have been good.
It would have been good.
So, you come up to this house that is just across from the dry paddle. It is, there is, again, no label outside. There is a person sitting on what appears to be a rickety rocking chair on a porch. It looks like a standard house. You can hear some degree of ambient noise coming from inside that indicates that people are eating. The person in the chair is wearing heavy rags, considering that they are out in the daylight sun of Trinisbad in the equatorials where it is warm, and they're quite well covered. But as you approach, they come out in this creaky little voice and, have you an invitation?
Bit sent us.
Table for two?
Yes, please.
Stands up very, very slightly and slowly. And what's your passive?
Passive percept is 15.
Something's off, but you can't quite tell what. The figure kind of waddles in, opens up the door, and immediately there's that rush of good smell that comes out. And this is tea food. It is very clearly like a lobster bisque, seared red snapper, just a flow of smells that come out that are welcoming and inviting. And the interior of this place is actually quite well decorated. It's got well-kept and lavish red carpets. Several tables are strewn about, and there are multiple diners in here, all having relatively hushed conversations. The ambiance is low light. The tables have single candlelit at them. Waiters tend to come and go quite quickly. In fact, so quickly you don't see them. When you are guided to your table, the cloaked figure gives you just a small nod and just sit when you are ready. Just say your order out loud from the menu at the table. It will be taken care of. And you will leave the money. We do not need tips here. Thank you. And with that, they depart.
So sorry about the early morning call.
And after you apologize for it, the table's 2 chairs are pulled out.
What?
Literally, neither of you has made to move for it, but in the meantime, the table that you were given, the chairs pull out after the figure has departed while you're apologizing.
Oh! So I was going to sit down and... Okay, awesome.
God damn it, Brittany. I will hurt you for this. I will hurt you so much for this. You ever write something in the words of Matt Mercer?
Well, Jyotis was going to, do the chair thing, but I guess they did it on their own. So,
there are 2 menus. The food is relatively standard seafood fare, but in the meantime has little bits of extra flair on it. The prices are moderately expensive, but at the same time as food just floats invisibly across in these areas, and people seem to get served without hardly noticing that they've been served. And it's difficult to hear conversations further than 20 feet away for some reason.
Cool. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Shall we go?
Yeah. She sits down and just... I don't know what to do with my hurricane glass. Do I just keep drinking from it, or do I set it down? Like, what's the proper table protocol for I want to get day drunk before we go?
Well, we're not leaving till tomorrow morning.
Oh.
You can stay in the room tonight. We have the room for the night.
She finishes the glass. Like, it just takes the straw and just...
Yep. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, get another one after this. Just kind of leans back on the chair and just...
Fair. So, so sorry we left you on the boat so long. I was hoping to avoid that, but, and he kind of fills her in a little bit more on what happened. But not everything. He leaves out a few things that he'll say.
What do you leave out? Because that will be quicker. What are the things that you don't say?
Like, he just tells her that we engaged, but he doesn't tell her there was a doppelganger and what happened because he'll tell her later on the boat when there's, less public things.
Did you make another person that you referred to Jeff?
No, not quite like that, but probably on that level of, ooh, that's interesting.
I mean, I like you guys. I like your money. You're certainly willing to pay every single time, and in fact, last time, don't tell your lawyer this, but he slightly overpaid, but I was here for it. And she kind of leans back, and the booze clearly clicking. How do you guys manage to find this much trouble?
We find it ourselves, but it also seems to find us.
In a past life, did you piss off the universe?
Which one? I had 67, I think.
Wow, I didn't know you were into religion.
That's a long story. Perhaps I could tell you sometime.
She looks at the menu and points at a drink and take that one and that one. And sure enough, within 2 minutes of her pointing at them, they appear. They float over, land at the table, and they are ready.
Well, so Was there anything you were looking to see in town aside from the Bazaar?
I don't know. There was this promise of an escort at one point, but
Where would you like me to escort you?
she lifts up a finger and just hold that thought. Finishes another drink.
Whew.
Yeah, there it is. Sorry, it's been a while.
You're on a mission.
I'm on a mission to gain confidence about this.
About?
You said there's a hotel room. Is it private?
Well, it's like a townhouse room. Like, we all have separate individual rooms, but there's common shared space. Also, you should know it's right next to the bird sanctuary, so it gets a little noisy in the morning.
Goes for the second drink.
It's getting better and better.
Yeah.
But it does have a swimming pool of sorts.
So, Jyotis,
Yes.
I take it, and after finishing the second drink, Echo is a lot more confident. I take it that you're interested.
Yeah.
Good. I am too. It can sometimes be a bit weird when you're paying for me to be your navigator, and then something like this happens. What are you looking for?
Good friendship, and I'd like to know more about your background, if that's okay. But I know
Where
you're.
did you learn innuendo?
I didn't.
Oh, finishes the second drink. You're gonna need some.
Oh.
You should order.
Okay. He looks on there. What's the list of drinks?
It's your standard thoroughfare.
Okay.
Everything from, like this is not a place of flair.
He's
The naming of its conventions. It's basically like there's daiquiris, there's rum drinks, there's some fine elven wines because this is close enough to Gilderstrand.
Does he see any of the drinks that he got at the inn?
At the Rebel Blossom, no. The black banana is their secret recipe.
Of course, that one, but some of the other ones, maybe.
Yeah, the basic concept of a lava flow daiquiri with strawberries and
Yeah, he's gonna order one
coconut
of
and
those.
stuff. She sits back from you and just so. What I'm trying to explain, despite now the intoxication making me both confident but bad at explaining, is that I have been hired by your guild to be something for them.
Yes.
It could get complicated. I was asking if this was a tryst or something that you are genuinely interested in pursuing, because either of those things is fine, but if I don't know, I get messy about it. So, hence why I'm a freelancing navigator.
Well, this isn't, it's not meant to be a tryst. We kind of treat each other as family, so you're becoming...
Gross. Jyotis, you're the worst at innuendo.
What exactly was he playing handsies with Vati about?
Yeah. No, it wasn't Vati. It was Sana.
Sorry.
Doesn't make it better.
Not, what I meant is we're close, and I don't think this would necessarily get in the way of the hiring.
All right. You talk really weird when someone's like, hey, what are you interested in? And you go, I don't know, maybe friendship and things. Like, it's so weird. It's like you either don't know how to imply an adult relationship or you genuinely think an adult relationship is holding hands. I'm kind of curious, which one?
More the first, less the second.
Okay. good. That's at least salvageable.
Let's just say I'm not very charismatic.
I'd say you're average.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm apparently a mean drunk.
It's okay. I'm used to, detrimental comments from way worse.
So it's your kink?
No, it's not my kink. I'm just, I'm mean. He points to himself like, look at me. I get called Fishman. I get called, you name it. He's just. I was once called Kraken Spawn. That didn't go very well.
Yeah, well, I don't really like the name Blue Girl Group, but I sometimes get that, so or Windbag is also another one. That's quite
Really?
popular back
Windbag?
home.
That's unfortunate.
Well, when a mother air elemental and a father mortal love each other very much, or just enough for a one-night stand, you get me. And, well, long story short, everyone in Roxari is wonderfully uncomfortable with who and what they are, so they take it out on everyone else.
So you're as used to it as I am.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we have that in common. I had a less peachy upbringing, and he fills her in just a little bit, like, and he's kind of like, can I roll insight? Because he's like gauging whether or not she wants to really know the full bit of it right now.
You can roll insight with advantage because she is moderately intoxicated, so it's easier.
Okay, that's 22 on the insight.
You can tell that she's a little curious, but doesn't want to be grossed out. Like, you know that first date thing where it's like, yeah, sure, tell me a little bit about yourself, and leave it at the little for now, like, because the full story's a bit much. Like,
so you remember when we had made it to Mirar Talvash?
Mm-hmm.
And while we were there, I was informed that my past was not as it had appeared, and he tells her what he thought it was. So that's what I had always thought it was. In Mirar Talvash, I found out that the sea elves were not actually sea elves; they were mind flayers.
Hell is that?
Well, they're terrible creatures that should probably be removed from existence. But long story short, they're humanoid squid-like creatures with psionic abilities, and they eat memories and people's brains for food. And it's the only thing that sustains them.
Jyotis?
Yes.
I am going to be honest with you. She has that, like, bit tipsy moment.
Uh-oh.
I'm a bit sorry that you went through that. It's horrible. No one should ever have to go through that, let alone going through that 67 times.
Well, thank you for that. But I'm
Two, when a lady asks you about yourself, there's a fine line to thread. It's a good thing I know you. Because that's a lot, man. Like, that's a lot.
I don't see it as much as other people see it, I think. It's in the past. I know what the full truth now, and I can move forward from there.
Well, I mean, that's at least a positive outlook. That's a point in your favor. That is definitely a point in your favor.
It's good. Also, it has galvanized me, and I never want anybody to be beholden to something else ever again.
How do you gauge that? I mean, aside from the terrible thing you went through, like, I mean, technically everyone has to work for a living, so what's your, like, do not cross line?
slavery. Slavery is bad.
Yeah, it's a good line to have.
And the way that certain jinn can imprison people and use them, I'm kind of through with that sort of stuff. The way that some large corporations and nations will do that to their people too. I'm over that. And I want
why you're not wearing Dajani colors anymore?
Interesting story. I was told not to wear Dajani, and I was actually paid 100 gold to not wear them. We were sort of kicked out after our last mission by the asshat.
Man, I wish someone would pay me not to wear clothes. Wait, no. She,
I'm somewhere in a far off distance raising my belt for no unknown reason.
Latham, were you trying to cast that distort value again, Latham? God damn it. That's what your eyebrow raises did last time.
So yeah, I was kicked out of the Dajani quite harshly by the new Commodore, which didn't agree with our tactics on our last mission, even though we met all of the requirements. And he shorted us on 1,000 gold that we were supposed to get.
That ass.
Yeah, and he also threatened my siblings. I call them my siblings. Whereas, we're not exactly quite siblings, but whatever. Close enough. He threatened them with more debt to the Dajani, which would lengthen their term of service to them.
Guy is a jerk.
Guy is an asshat.
I'm glad you left.
Yeah, me too. I also want to help my family get free of them.
That's a noble goal.
Well, and part of the way to do that, I think, is to do some research. Maybe find something with a little bit of power that can help me in this quest.
She gives you this long look. And you're looking for outside power?
Potentially.
Well, there's a couple of libraries. Alara Samal's Aether Chan has started to collect books about magic, and of course Avila and Gilderstrand is going to have some pretty decent libraries.
Of course.
Maybe, hell, even you could talk to the Akami Kai. They might know something like that.
That's a good idea. I like that. I'm not sure where to begin, but I was thinking maybe legends and things like that, because I'm very aware of how the Genasi, not the Genasi, the genie kind.
I was going to say, what are you very aware about the Genasi about?
Sorry. Nothing, apparently.
Aww.
As much as I'd like to know more.
She blushes just a little bit at that and just, okay, duly noted.
Did we tell you about Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly in passing, but I put it together that Jeff is an asshole. Jeff is someone you saw, and she kind of looks around. You sent a dragon turtle after Jeff.
That wasn't me. That was one of our friends, mutual friends.
Okay. You guys are starting a guild.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Even though it wasn't you directly, your guild kind of did.
Well, we did.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's freaking legendary. I'm sure that it was a battle or something. I'm sure it was definitely unexpected on both sides.
Well, I have this good feeling that Jeff would have welcomed the challenge. At the same time, saying you're our friend doesn't necessarily make you our friend.
Yeah, at first I thought you guys were just being weird when you came back. Like, I wondered if you had started a cult or something, because
No,
the first line was like, "You are our friend."
I'm not
but
in
you pay me.
Right. Well, you are definitely our friend. And we actually instructed Latham to overpay you. He did more so than we expected, but we don't care.
Well, I care. I liked it. And it's why I'm working with you guys again, even when you leave me on a boat. But
Yeah,
I'm making up for it.
so sorry for that. It couldn't be helped at the time, though. We'll tell you more about that later.
No. Look, you missed out on a night. On that exact time frame, the hangman showed up and hung the UNT soldiers from that ship.
Wow. Yeah, I think somebody had mentioned that to us, but that's intriguing, because...
No, intriguing's the wrong word. Horrifying, because it's the nighttime, and I could see it because they had torchlight going on, because they were clearly humans who couldn't see in the dark, so they had to let everyone know what they were doing.
I think it was public on purpose, because there was a very public execution at the dinner party.
Hell, I'm sorry that you endured one public execution.
Well, excuse me, there's 3 technically, because it was the captain and her henchman.
Well, I'm sorry that you witnessed 3. I witnessed an entire crew. Also, this is terrible material for a date.
It sure is. Let's change the subject. We can talk about that later.
What's the worst date you've ever been on?
Ooh, gosh, I don't know.
Have you been on a date?
I've been on a few dates, yes, but not many.
Do sisters count?
That was not a date, technically.
Doesn't make it better.
I was just sitting next to her. That was a party that we were all invited to. Anyway, worst date I've been on. Well, luckily you know me already, and you can see how inept I am at conversation, so just imagine a little how this might go with somebody that's never met me before, or has only briefly met me.
I imagine that some pretty girl saw some Dejani Navy merchant at the docks and went, "Ooh, let's get drinks." And then you tried to tell her how to build a ship.
Yep. You're right. This might be one of the first dates where I haven't talked about how to build a boat.
And like Echo, being a little bit tipsy, goes into detail about how you would display and describe how to hoist the mast, and how she would be so confused at this euphemism for the entirety of the date.
Jyotis is just going to be slightly oblivious to that, but
right, and it kind of goes on where she's like, and then you discuss the rudder, but then she'd come back to that, like, but tell me more about hoisting your mast. You'd be like, woman, we already went over that. I've got to talk to you about the paddle. I've got to talk to you about...
wait, hoisting the mast. I need a crane for that.
There it is. There it is. Okay. You're inept but funny. I like it.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't know if I can be that funny. I do know a couple jokes. They're really bad pirate and Dejani jokes, so...
Don't tell me Dejani jokes. Dejani jokes always come with the reference of like, hey, we used...
Oh, well, this is just more of a sailor joke than... What sits at the bottom of the sea and shakes.
Me timbers.
A nervous wreck.
Oh, that is awful. Gods.
I told you it was bad.
I'm used to
Guilty
sailors.
image.
I'm used to
Seems like
sailors
a bad
telling sexist and
Oh well, I was going to leave out the bad sailor jokes because we're eating. Maybe later.
and because you wanted a quote unquote friendship, and she kind of like does the line with
like
quotes.
the drunking friendship.
Yeah. All right.
About that.
Your food arrives, goes well, and again, it's just kind of a nice time. You have a little bit of bonding time. You can tell, even with your unholy ability to make anything awkward, that she's enjoying herself, and she's enjoying your company. And part of it is that you can both rib a little bit on you, but also that you are a little bit intelligent, and you are at least trying to avoid awkward subjects. Despite managing to find them, you try.
I try. I'm not charismatic. I'm not sly about it, but I'm slightly intelligent.
Okay, so let's go to Westward.
Yes. Did I use my message to respond to Garret? I would assume I did.
I think Garret sent you the message, but you never confirmed whether you responded or not. So I would not say that you did, unless you wanted to say, like, yeah, I would tell him that I'd take care of it or something like that. So.
Yeah, just really briefly, I would have told him that I would take care of that, but I would have asked if we should bring it directly to the boat or bring it to the inn and then bring it to the boat in the morning.
You know, he can't respond to that, right? Like, because she hears you talking to it.
No, I mean, I would have done that when I when I responded the first time before I picked up Echo, is what I'm saying.
No, but Gary didn't hear about it until he was on his own.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I know the timeline gets a bit confusing, but basically Gary heard about this and said, like, hey, you can go do this.
Gotcha.
And by the end of lunch, Echo's kind of pondering something. It's just, so, Jyotis, is your guild trying to recruit more people?
Yes, actually, we are. And I was going to say we might need to hire you permanently pretty soon, if it's in the foreseeable future, if that's okay with you.
I mean, yeah, it's just, no offense, but if we're going to be friends, and she does the quotes again.
The drunken friends.
I kind of don't want you to be in charge of me. Like, that would be weird.
Oh, that's fair. That's not a problem. Garrett's kind of the leader anyway.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
Yeah, he's I mean, it's his boat, and he, technically we're all equal partners in it, but I mean, he's kind of the default leader. I'm clearly not the face of the party.
That innate bloodborne ability.
We keep that one under wraps, so.
Okay. All right. Well. So. Let's spend the day. We'll see how it goes. If it's not terrifyingly embarrassing, then maybe. Those birds get loud in the morning, right?
Yep.
Got it. Duly planned. And she gives a nod and just, come on, let's go to Westward.
All right. He's going to mention other places to visit too.
Yeah.
After Westport.
So, after Westward, at Westward, basically, at the gate, they recognize you immediately because you were here before and because Latham worked magic and no one knew how to handle it. But
and we
also,
out, scot-free,
yeah, the same sergeant at that gate gives you a nod and just, Shaw wishes to see you. Well, actually, he wished to see all of you. She with you?
She's
Points
with,
over towards Echo, who has another hurricane glass.
she's with me.
Good. Don't drink in front of the Vice Admiral.
Noted. Echo, mind if I throw that in the bag quick?
She slowly takes it off and just, yeah. God. Supposed to be my day off. Drink in front of the Vice Admiral.
It's only going to be for like 10 minutes, maybe 15.
Aren't we allowed to have vices? That's bad.
Not in Westward. Westward is the...
Stick up the butt territory. Got it.
Yes.
And this is in
Very
front
honest.
of the sergeant. Too.
Oh,
She's
absolutely.
just very honest.
Oh, I'm sure the sergeant probably it takes that as a point of pride. It's like, damn right, this.
Yeah. The stick is deep up there. You're damn right.
We walk with Concord.
It's a ship-shaped port.
Corn cups up our ass. It's a corn cup, not just a stick.
Right. So you are shown into the interior of Shaw's office again, and the sergeant actually takes you up himself, leaves the gatepost for a time, and confirms with Shaw's guards that he's available. And Shaw is at his desk, still reading and researching. And when you enter, he looks up briefly and just, oh, just you today, huh?
The others had some things to do, and Garret is watching the boat for the day.
Well, he points at a letter on his desk. I got something. And I think he kind of unfolds it, and you can tell that it's written in like bright ink. I think someone was trying to help me.
When did this come in?
Oh, late last night. Little birdie told me something.
I see. Was it kind of a parrot-looking bird?
Green,
Mm-hmm.
red, blue.
Yeah, okay. That was from our furry companion.
Figured. I appreciate the warning.
Yes.
I think that you are trying to be an ally. Even though this is a town that is not easy to find allies in.
Well, we're not necessarily trying to be bad, so I don't know, ally might be a strong word, but we couldn't let it go unnoticed.
Gives a nod and just, well, the Summer Sun Corsairs appreciate people that understand that. And, frankly speaking, this city is one day going to burn itself to the ground with how things are set up right now. So, I have offers for you to transit important military data back to Latham.
Ah, yes. Well, that is what we're trying to establish, a courier business, and we keep all secrets.
Good. He sets a little box up on top. Understand, if this seal is broken, I will know instantaneously, and you marked an enemy by me, and I will send the Spitfire after you myself.
Understood. We encountered the Spitfire. Impressive ship.
Yeah, pulls out some coinage. This is 150 gold up front. I need delivery.
To who?
Let Bob pull his notes up, that don't misquote you. Amoya Masunge. She is the Magister of the People in Alarasamal.
Ah. I have yet to meet her. But my friends, I think, have.
She is quite memorable. And out of the Magisters, she is one of the easier ones to deal with. But also, if our country ever goes to war, she would become its empress.
I see. Good to know. Hopefully it doesn't come to war. Hopefully it can avert things like that.
I believe your group may have helped avert one war, but there's trouble on the horizon. I'm trying to get ahead of it here.
I see you. With the Ashborn, possibly, yes?
One possibility. But one should consider enemies in every direction.
Indeed. That's tactically sound. Well, I thank you for your candor. Is that all?
150 gold. This gets to the Magister of the People. Unopened. And in the meantime, maybe she'll pay you more. I can't guarantee it. But 150 up front. No questions asked.
How big is it? Is it like a 1 foot by 1 foot box?
It is not even that. It is the size of a small locked chest. It is entirely black wood. And it does have metal fastenings and treatments on the side with a singular lock in the middle.
Is my passive arcana enough to know that I could throw it in my bag of holding or not?
Roll.
That's a nat 20, so that's going to be high.
It depends on the contents inside. Even if the box is alarmed or enchanted, that wouldn't do it. But what's inside the box?
I'm gonna
What's in the box?
I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna say, while you don't have to tell me what's in it, but I would like to ask if I could put this in a bag of holding. Would it collapse the universe around us?
I should think not. It is information.
As soon as he says that, I'm gonna pull out the bag of holding and like put it in there and be like, it's safe.
Keep it secret. It's safe.
Keep it safe.
With that, he nods and slides you the gold. And, by the way, the Silver Storm Seekers are welcome to dock on Westward.
Thank you for that.
We'll have to pay still. Can't give you free dock access, but
Understood.
we consider you an ally of the Summer Sun Corsairs, both in Raisha and here.
I quite enjoyed Raisha.
Seen better days, but be it will see new ones.
Well, if we can help, we would like to help with that too, perhaps in the future.
Perhaps.
Well, I bid you good day, sir, if there is nothing else.
There is nothing else. Tell your furry friend I appreciate her warning, and I will look out.
She'll know. Watch your back. Stay safe.
As well. When Trin is bad.
Indeed. And with that, he does his saluting bow and then backs out of the room.
Yep. Echo has this comment under her breath of what are we getting into now?
This is something we wanted, actually. He kind of says that under his breath as much as he can.
You wanted to be couriers of trade secrets?
Yes, believe it or not. Turns out there's not a good mail service in the islands.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
Yeah.
Do you know how many months it took me to get a letter back to my parents? And how much gold?
I don't. How much? What's the going rate?
I wound up having to save for 3 months because it was a 12 gold deposit and 20 gold insurance to get a Dajani vessel to go to Roxari and deliver mail.
Wow.
So I've been hoping that they actually would complete the arcane gate on Raisha. I could go home to see my family.
Ah, yes. That would be a fun trip. I don't believe I've seen Roxari except from afar.
Well, it's wild but fun, and organized in a weird way.
Weird how
With
so?
that, your day. What's up?
I said weird how so, but that's all right if we need to.
Oh yeah,
fast
no,
forward.
she is not going to go into the details of that. Nope.
Let's fast forward then.
Yeah, no, like if you try to pry that, you're just given the like, nope, no. Got to maintain some mystery there, fish boy.
he just doesn't argue. Like, fine. I like wild.
And with that, your last day in town comes to a close. Is there anything that anyone else would like to do?
Does Doyle play chess?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Doyle plays chess.
Yes, he does.
Well, that's how we're gonna while away the time, I imagine.
He also plays.
Yeah, no, and Gary, you're quite good at dragon chess, as is Doyle. It's a pretty even match. You win some, you lose some. A lot of them end in a tie, and Doyle is annoyingly good at playing an offensive defense.
I play a defensive offense.
But yeah, for the rest of you not stuck aboard the ship, your last night in Trinisbad goes all according to plan, unless you were sneaking out at night, in which point we'd roll the d12s.
No. My only real question is how well did Echo's night go?
Well, no one's passive perception is high enough to tell. But in the morning, she's at the hotel with you guys.
Raises a curious or questioning eyebrow over to the ship. Jyotis.
This is like
Morning, Echo.
morning.
Good morning.
Boing, boing. I'm gonna go feed the parrots, okay? Okay.
Oh, Lolly, I'm supposed to tell you from oh geez, brain fart, Westward guy. Damn it, what's his name?
While rubbing her temples. Shaw, his name.
Thank you. Shaw sends his gratitude for the bird message.
Aw, shucks.
Right.
Except, could you not say that in front of these birds?
No.
Hey, birds, can you, not tell Grimsby about any of this conversation?
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta do a long rest. Persuasion.
It's the context. They aren't going to know what the bird message is.
23. And
You
I
don't
hand
know if
one
it-
a bird fruit. Or I hand one bird a fruity fruit.
Yeah, you don't know if it worked or not, but they're taking your treats and they don't seem to be going anywhere with it. So,
He's a good birdie.
seems okay. And then again, there are hundreds of birds that come to visit in the morning. It is a lot of birds. In fact, Gary might be the person who got the best sleep out of any of you. With that, if you are all ready to depart, let's get out to the open seas, because I'd like to get some rolls and get you on the Steel Tranquility before midnight.
Do it. Boat.
Rolls.
Yes,
Boat.
it's 5-11.
All right, so we're going to go to here, clear drawing, and then drawing permissions, clear. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to delete everyone's drawings from last time.
Oh, okay.
And then let's add party to area.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
So, you are at the docks of Trinisbad. Actually, the dock that is right at the B. Lolly, Echo seems like she's a little tired from yesterday due to drinking a crazy amount of alcohol, and she calls it a crazy amount of alcohol.
Well,
She asks you if
Willing
you'd
to
like to
work
take
on
lead
it.
on navigating today, and
sure.
if need be, she can step up, but she would love a couple hours of rest.
This is the part where we run into a coral reef.
Hey,
Shh.
hey. The last one
I'll
had
be
treasure,
driving.
which I'm gonna check on that box
Yeah?
and put Chuggers' collar back on before we head out to sea.
Chuggers becomes small again.
Okay. But yeah, is the box still good?
Box is intact. Does not appear to have been opened or tampered with at all.
Okay. Phew. That could have been bad. Alright, what do I roll?
A D12, please.
Okay. 5.
All right.
I will be in the crow's nest as long as Jyotis is navigating.
Yeah,
Got
I'll be helming. But before you go up,
That's a word.
I'm going to ask you, or I'm going to inform you quick on our courier status of what Shaw gave us.
Latham.
Hmm?
Lestrin. Latham, I need a D4. Lestrin, a D6, please.
D4 is. Which one? Give me my dice for tonight. 2 on the D4.
2 D4. Understood.
2.
Lestrin?
Duly noted.
My God, Dan's voice is so rich and
That was amazing.
I'm talking away and I'm muted. Go
Oh,
figure.
don't. Welcome back, Sam.
I was only trying to call my roll, fortunately. I'm on the ballisti and 2, please.
okay. 2, duly noted. All right. There is a cold weather front that hits upon exiting the docks. You guys do make the speed of 6. It is not detrimental by any way, shapes, or form.
It's just a little brisk.
Yeah, just a little brisk. It's weird because normally mornings aren't specifically warm, but they're sure as heck not normally cold.
Tom is like I'm rather pleased. I'm not really one for the ocean, but it is nice to be on the move again.
Yeah,
We spent a lot of time back there, and even if a cold morning, and I don't feel great about cold mornings, but it's a good morning.
yeah. All right.
But spend a little time just chilling, watching the waves go by.
Yeah. Jyotis, I know this is normally you at the helm who rolls the D12, but if you don't mind, I'm going to pass it around a little bit this time.
Nope.
Give it a
Pass it
little fun.
around. Pass it around.
All right. Lestrin, roll me a D12.
Okay.
On the waves again.
3. Right?
Just can't wait to be on the waves again.
Can I audibly hear Latham singing to himself? Like, wow, he's not a bad singer.
Latham and Gary this time. Latham, the D6. Gary, the D4, please.
5.
Purple one. 2.
All right. Temperature begins to rise a little bit. And,
Nice.
and it's just a little bit warmer. And another hour passes, and that cold snap that had happened in the morning wears off completely. It is a little warmer than usual right now, but just a few degrees. Nothing to worry about. Let's roll our next hex check. Molly and Lestrin have gone. Gary, roll me a D12.
11.
11, you say? Gary,
Unfortunately.
roll me a perception check. And let's go.
Human eyes, see 16, please.
Okay. And you have your you have periscope. You have your
I have-
spyglass, so that is an advantage if you didn't roll it.
Oh. I did not roll advantage. Ooh, that's slightly better. That bumps it to 19.
Okay. Lolly,
Uh-huh.
I would enjoy a roll of a d6, please.
Well, a D6, like a D6. 1.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to undo that last one, put it there. Okay. So, sorry, that one determined which square you actually started to find something. And in the meantime, let's put that away. Let's get some maps ready. So, Gary was an 18, I believe?
19 total.
Ooh, wow, that is really good rolls. Okay, give me just a moment.
I rolled a 13 and a 16. So.
Yeah, no, that's well rolled, sir. Well rolled.
Yeah, I can't take the credit. They're dice.
There it is. Okay. Oh, no, that's not the one I want. There it is. Okay. All right, well, I will roll the D100 and let's see what we get. What am I? Okay.
D100.
Okay. D100. All right. So, Gary, in the distance, you see what appears to be a whale carcass, and a lot of splashing is occurring around it. The carcass is directly in line with the ship. There's a good amount of red mixed with sea foam and salt. Carcass is approximately, because of how good your perception check was, this is about 200 feet out. The splashing is odd in the sense that you have a bit of a suspicion that it is activity or something is there. And perhaps, so to speak, enjoying a fine meal of whale. Boat is approaching. What would you like to do?
pull out a small piece of copper wire, mumble a spell under my breath, and cast message and tell Jyotis to turn a bit to port. There's something ahead and we want to give it, plenty of space.
Give it a wide berth. Aye, Captain.
All right. Aye, aye. Yeah, with that perception check, you will actually avoid that encounter. As the boat passes, Gary, you begin to realize that splashing is lots and lots of tiny fish with sharp jaws.
Oh, goody.
And big mouths, and they are going to town. By the time the boat passes the whale carcass, it appears that nearly a quarter of the material that was originally on that whale has been consumed from what you've been watching. And as the boat gets into the distance, because I would assume, kind of monitor and check to see if anything split off to follow you, more than half the material of the whale is gone.
Giant piranhas. Woo!
But the boat continues. And 2, 6. There. Okay. So we've been passing around the D12. Latham, your turn to roll a D12. Latham, are you unmuted?
I was muted. There we go.
Ah, there he is.
That's okay. I picked up a die and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but no 11, 12. There's our
Oh.
12. 7.
7sies. All right.
7.
All right. Lestrin, I need a roll of a 1d20. And in the meantime, I will roll a d6. Let's see what happens.
13.
Okay.
When the DM says, let's see what happens.
So, wow, you are really lucky that Lestrin got this by 1. The winds stop entirely. All
How's
of the
that
wind.
lucky?
Because this effect normally lasts until sunset. However, Lestrin, roll 2d6.
A 3 and a 2.
Okay. It lasts for a total of 5 hours. So far you guys had gone 3 hours on your 3-hour tour. For 5 hours, the boat gets stuck. Basically, it coasts to a slow stop.
Be calmed.
Yeah,
Like low wind situation? Is that
no wind
Yes.
situation. The winds are gone.
doldrums? Doldrums.
In old sailor stories, these are called dead winds.
Can I
And
use
Ollie, can you do your yield?
Yeah, or prestidigitation to create a little puff of wind, or is that not like enough?
that is nowhere nearly
Oh.
enough.
Wally, do your ye old water bills.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna have like
I mean, it's slow, but it's better than nothing.
yeah. I'm going to shape water and make
Mhm.
2 water dolphins,
Oh
and
no.
yeah, have them like push the boat.
Ye old water wheels! Ye old water wheels! Clunk,
No.
clunk, clunk.
So you get. I will give you high or low, Lolly.
Hi.
You get 1 nautical mile within
Yes,
5
sir.
hours. So you get to right there.
Well, Wally, remember the water wheels I chose
Even
you?
if she had done the water wheels and a dead wind, I would have made her call it high-low.
Oh, that's fair. I'm just Jyotis would be like,
Again,
water
I'm
wheels.
giving you the exact
it's
same
gonna be the
effect.
same thing, yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't like
I
the
might
bump
as well
bump.
flavor. I like me.
okay, that's some troll physics, Dan.
It works.
But thankfully,
though.
your storm-attuned dwarf stopped the effect from being an all-day thing. And Lestrin, you can almost feel like you, when the dead winds hit, when the wind entirely died, your body had this run through it, and a little bit of static sprung off you, and it was almost like you were calling out to something in the distance. So, with that, that's gone through just about everyone for 1 round. Lolly, let's roll a d12 again.
Okay. 7. Wow, that took forever to land.
All right. And then let's do... I will again roll the d6. Lestrin, I need another d20 roll from you, please.
A 20.
Wow, excellent. Because after the winds got started, they almost died again. But on a 20, you get to ignore the effect. Because it's almost like the atmosphere keeps drying up and not wanting to do something natural. And this is weird. Like a dead wind is a realistic possibility that people sometimes have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been on the road for 8 hours, well, the sea for 8 hours now due to it. But having it happen almost twice in one go is almost unheard of. And Lester, and your body almost seems to be pulling the wind back to you. So, whereas you don't make any progress for 1 hour, after 1 hour, it does come back. That was Lolly. Lestrin, go ahead and roll a d12 this time. Reroll on a 7.
At 10.
Okay.
Just use
10?
it. Hold on. No, hold on. I couldn't find the D12.
Ah.
Apparently, I don't have one.
Don't
Eight.
you need it?
No,
Got it.
no, I don't have a D12. Like, it's in my dice bag down at my aunt's.
I got you.
Okay. All right. Boy. Lolly, roll me a d20, please. And in the meantime, Gary, roll me a d6.
7.
There it is. I found it. I'm an idiot.
2.
Whew. Okay. All right. Well, on a 2, the water starts to change. And I need either perceptions or insights from the entire party.
Does the spyglass give me any benefit in this particular?
Not on this particular one, sorry, sir.
Did you say
worries.
insight or perception?
Either insight or perception, whichever you would like.
It's an insight more from
Nice.
personal reasons.
Or nature.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Still the same for me. 9.
18.
13.
23 on perception.
Ooh. We'll go with insight. 25.
Oh, buddy.
Okay, so our group was thankfully very good at posting results. Lestrin, something is very, very wrong. And it's almost as though calling out to the storm twice to counteract the dead wind has the sea start to respond. You get this counterintuitive sickness that runs through you, much like when you touched an element of the ocean after being attuned to the storm. Jyotis,
Mm-hmm.
you start to notice that the seas are having a change, and it's difficult to predict what it is until it's almost too late. And the water is moving strange. The winds are normal now, but the water is doing something wrong. It's starting to dip, decrease, and then swell, and there's little tiny bits of vibrations in it.
Ooh, like
And you have that
like when
moment
you
of-
have music. Like when you have you ever seen music vibrations over the water? Like
Yep. Yeah, a little like that. And right as it's coming to the tip of your tongue of what this is, Latham gets the instinct. Because Latham, having grown up near places of fire and heat like volcanoes, you know what happens when an earthquake hits at sea?
mhm.
And Latham, sure enough, it clicks in your brain instantly the second you start seeing these little elements add together, and you know it. Tidal wave's coming. With a 25, Latham, you can, in effect, give 2 people of your choice advantage on a skill challenge check because a wave starts to form in front of the boat.
Like
And-
coming directly at us.
Yeah, and it's gaining in height. It is currently over 60 feet tall. But look,
How far away from the shore are we?
Too far
on the map-
to make it.
Yeah, do you see that little white dot? The one that's closest to Steel
Also,
Tranquility?
as I understand tidal waves, I mean, granted, like non-magical ones, like they're generally
Non-magical.
like nondescript up until like the point where they hit shore, in which case they become very, very, very descript.
Rogue
Right.
waves
This
can be
is
huge, though.
very, very, very
That's
much a
true.
magical tidal wave. I assure
Magical
you
tidal
that
wave.
much.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with Jyotis, the Botus.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give one of those, and Garret the other.
Okay, so with this skill challenge, the tidal wave is incoming. I require a certain number of successes before failures. You can use any of your skills necessary to prep the boat to survive a magical tidal wave that is literally starting to bear down on the boat. It is not crested yet. The foam of like showing that it's becoming an actual wave. This is right now a swell that is emerging from the ocean at over 60 feet high.
Yeah, I ain't talking our way out of this one.
Swell. Wait. Where's my thing? Where's my...
Jyotis, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm just looking up gust of wind quick.
We use our leaf thingy.
Yeah, I think we can use it, but I don't think we want to use it to push us through it, or I don't think we want to use it to push the boat.
Hey, Bob.
Yes.
So, sound emanates through a medium by way of like force on individual particles in that medium, right?
Correct.
Like a wave.
Yes.
I might cast silence on the leading edge of the boat.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to let you make an Arcana check with silence. And make it with
Who's
advantage,
naming on the
'cause that's
boat?
really clever.
Yeah. Clever don't pay off though. Let's see. Where's that? A D6? 3. Y'all ain't gonna like this. So Latham.
No.
That was a 1.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no. I was letting you roll the Arcana check with advantage. Did you roll 2 1s?
Oh no, with an advantage? No. I haven't rolled
Yes,
to 1.
because it was clever. So I was.
All right. Well, we're not doing very good. The other one was a 3. So 3 on the die plus 6 8 total for the Arcana.
Oof. Yeah. You think you've created a zone that should help to nullify things, but you're not sure if it's big enough, and that's concerning to you. It's clever. I will give you that it was clever. The dice are not on your side, though, sir.
That's about all I can do, man.
All right. Jyotis, you ready, or are you still in planning?
Well, this is a question for you, I guess. Because the gust of wind is 10 feet wide and 60 feet long, so I could basically put it over the center of the boat so that it would cover the center mass of the boat and the mast, so that we could turn our sails so that's dead wind. But I want to wait. Could I wait to cast it so that I could basically blow a hole in the upcoming wave?
Man, that is an interesting idea. I'm not going to say no. I'm going to say it's a high DC to blast a hole in a wave with that device.
I want to shatter the wave in half, so that's right as
Okay,
it's
Moses.
right as it's coming up to the boat, just cut it in half. Here's a blast of wind.
Can I use storm breath with his wind to actually make that work?
I will allow it.
Before you make that call, I would like to know, May I roll a history check for having read or heard a tale about this type of phenomenon and how to best survive it?
Yeah, roll a history check, Gary.
All right. And I'm using my inspiration regardless. That you said that was a D6 or a D8?
No. The inspiration is roll with advantage. The thing I gave.
Okay, yeah, that's a 19 on the die, so it doesn't matter. So that's a total of 24.
Okay, yes.
No,
you have
excuse
read
me,
up.
25.
Yeah, I know how to math. Again, you easily beat the DC on the history check about this. Yes, you have read, because in many of your boring days, you'd read fantastical tales of people trying to survive Fey tidal waves. Basically, the ocean can throw these things when it is less than thrilled about a storm. And sometimes it can just throw them. And what you're coming up upon is one of those. Traditionally speaking, bracing the ship involves preparing the mast, staring at the wave, and choosing whether you're going to cut it or go along with it. Because there is a decent chance that if the wave does not begin to crest, you can actually pick up the boat and you may lose progress, but you may be able to actually ride it out instead of being thrown off, dragged under the ocean, killed, or having other horrible effects happen to you. I consider that a success. That is your first success.
Ooh.
And I would like to communicate that, screaming at the top of my lungs or moving down to start reefing the sails myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's part of the success with that check. So
with that knowledge, Jyotis would definitely turn the boat around so that we could ride the wave, but he still wants to like get to the back of the boat so he can blast the hole in it.
All right,
No,
who are you leaving at the helm then?
I'll help reef the sails as much, but do we have enough time to put Garret at the helm?
Oh yeah, no. It's coming quickly, but in the meantime, Gary came down as part of his history check, so he can take the helm. I just want to make sure. Jyotis, for this, let's determine what you should roll for your gust of wind check. So, like, is your gust of wind now to help, like, balance the boat on top of the wave, basically? Is that what you're aiming for?
I'm aiming to like, because I'm assuming the wave has a little bit of a crest on it. So I'm trying to use, and this is the wind fan that we got from, what's his name? Blech. Elephant Man.
I want you to roll a Tinker's Tools check on this, actually, because it's basically you're using your artifice knowledge with a magical device to try to prep and get ready to like split off the top of the wave.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and
hurt the boat.
Exactly, I want to cut off the top of the wave so that it's more of a molehill than a mountain.
Got it. Okay. All right. I need thieves or not thieves tools. Well, it's the same, but Tinker's Tools check.
Tinker's Tools check. Well, that's a 24.
That's another success. You feel prepped and ready. Lolly, is there anything you would like to do?
Yes, so we're aiming straight at the wave, right?
We're now aiming straight away.
The boat is now aiming straight at the wave. They are preparing to catch the wave, I think. Gary, is that the plan?
Well, I'm going to wait until I'm sure that we either can cut it or go over. We're in a position that either if we can cut it, then I'm just going to go for that. But if it looks like the safest bet is to ride it, then that's what we're going to do. But I'm waiting until the final moment.
Okay. All right.
I am going to run to the prow of the ship and cast Shape Water and make an ice sled, kind of like an icebreaker, kind of like the front of a railroad.
Cowcatcher.
Cowcatcher, but like pointed, so kind of like an icebreaker over the front of the prow.
Gotcha. So kind of enhancing the boat's ability to cut through the waves. Man, that's actually really good. Roll me an Arcana check for that.
Slosh the water to the sides.
Roll me an Arcana check for that. Yeah.
17 plus 6, so 23.
Yeah, so the main thing is that you stand outside the zone of silence while doing this,
Oh,
because that's still there. But yes, you effectively shape the water into the prow. That is your third success. The boat is now starting to look more prepared for whatever may come. Water's getting closer. Well, you're on the water, but the bad water is getting closer. Lestrin,
Bad
what would you
water.
like to do?
I want to shoot Storm Breath the same direction as Jyotis did the fan.
The
thing.
fan? Okay,
Yeah, I'm
so you're
holding
timing
the
it.
action until he'd basically I'd be on one side and he'd be on the other island, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let me look at Storm Breath.
It's on my Stormsmith's color. I'm thinking it'll work. It looks like it's 4 creatures, but it kind of seems like it would be similar to Latham's silence thing because it's got the sonic damage in there.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's not a bad idea. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Lestrin, you are going to roll survival for this.
Yeah. Okay. Crit 20.
Okay, well, a critical counts as 2 successes, which is great.
We needed that.
Basically, Jyotis, whereas you start charging the wind fan, you have a Super Saiyan dwarf because literally Lestrin is charging his body. The Stormsmith collar hanging off of one arm crackles and ignites with electrical energy, and the hairs on Lestrin's beard are starting to rise. His hair on the back of his head is starting to go up, and his body is building this extra amount of pressure in order to start getting ready to do something amazing. All right. That counts for 5 successes. Latham, we are back to you, sir. Is there anything else you would like to try? Any other clever ideas?
That's about all he's got at this point. Latham just holds up a drink to the waves and says, "Well, this will be fun."
What are you saying? I can't hear anything.
And to Jyotis, raises a glass to Jyotis.
Thank you.
All right.
Consider yourself inspired, Jyotis.
Oh, goody.
All right. We'll come back on to the top of the order then. Gary, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I just want to observe, based on what other preparations. The only thing that I'm really worried about is making sure whether I need to steer hard to cut the wave or maintain to catch the wave. That's really
Okay, so that's going to be a vehicle handling check. That is something you are trained in, so you can add your proficiency modifier on top of either strength or dexterity for handling the wheel.
Well, that's going to be dexterity, because
Yeah.
strength is not my strong suit. Alright, so that's going to be... Ouch. No, using that DM inspiration thingy. There's no freaking way I'm taking that roll for this. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Okay. Well, congratulations. That's what you needed.
So that would be a 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Just in time as the wave starts coming in, this goes in order where Gary sees a moment of opportunity because Lolly has cast these perfectly formed prows to cut through. And Latham, for some odd reason, even though your silence was initially unsuccessful, as the water starts to rise, it seems to have a weird effect based off of how Gary's perfectly positioned the ship. And then, at the perfect timing moments, Jyotis and Lestrin let rip. And Jyotis first goes with the wind fan, cutting the air, and then Lestrin detonates. And it is a mixture of thunder and lightning that pours out from his mouth like dragon's breath and spreads out in a cone in front of the boat. In essence, cutting, destroying, and vaporizing water. And sure enough, the boat cuts through. You are not considered to have been pushed back.
Woo.
Even though that's a difficult skill challenge, it's not the worst result if you fail. Like,
I would have been fine with being pushed back as long as it was a capsize or something like that.
Right, no, like critical failure is capsize, but in the meantime, like normal failure is, oh boy, guys, we're going backwards. Latham, I just got to know, what did you roll on your D6 after rolling a 1?
Oh, it was a.
It was
I
what?
would have been blinded.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not the
Yep.
worst that could have happened.
Nothing that bad. No, I just would have like running around with hot flames blinding like out of my eyes.
All right.
Oh, goodness.
So, because you haven't really lost any space, we are almost there.
Almost there.
Believe we've been going down the list again. Jyotis, go ahead and roll me a D12.
D12. Oh goodness, I thought that was going to be 11, but it's a 6.
Okay. All right. Lolly, D4.
Okay.
Gary, D6.
1.
Okay.
6.
Oh, wow. Okay. Gary, you are being at the helm. I need another vehicle handling check.
Oh, goody.
If he's going to stay at the helm, I'd scramble up to the crow's nest.
That's fine.
I'll give him my spyglass.
Yeah.
Vehicle handling, you said?
Yep.
Math. 21.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. I miss. 20. Dirty 20.
That's still fine. And then Lolly was the other person I had roll, right?
Uh-huh.
What'd you get?
1.
Okay. Well, that is the best thing you could have rolled, Lolly. The after effects of that tidal wave, especially because of all the weird stuff you did magically to water, the ocean is rough afterwards, and it's difficult to tell whether this is magical or just the ocean being surly because you basically took on some of the worst it could throw at you. The speed of the boat was halved based on being successful instead of failing, as choppy waters were constantly sloshing about the boat. Everyone has maintained their balance, though no one has been thrown overboard. All right, almost to the Steel Tranquility. Let's see if we can do this in the next roll, because otherwise we're going to wait till next week. Lesterin?
Huh? D12?
Yeah, please.
2.
Okay. And then, Gary, roll me a d6.
Another.
It's
4.
feeling.
Okay.
Passed.
You guys make normal time. And just in time, as you get onto the Steel Tranquility, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there. There is a ship in the distance flying several flags of ports that it's been in. And Gary, you would instantly recognize this as a halfling trading vessel, as it is a similar catamaran-shaped boat. And that is where we are going to end tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Woo! We finally left Trinus bed.
Didn't die.
You guys got like every single rough water check that I had.
Holy shit.
And it wasn't even like algae or kelp or something weird. It was like, no, the water doesn't like you. What did you do to water?
We pissed off the ocean, guys. We done pissed off the ocean.
That's a first.
These fucking guys.
The water doesn't like me. What can I say?
Did we blind Poseidon's son?
No shit. Here's a question. Did Echo sleep through it?
I gotta roll. Yeah, she did. She did
Awesome.
not even wake up. She had
Slept through. I mean, she was exhausted from didn't get much rest the night before.
She had a hell of a quote-unquote hangover.
She slept through it. Yeah.
Yep.
That was one of the longest stints we've had in a town, I think.
It was the second longest if we count our full stay at Raisha.
Oh, that's true, right? Yeah. Well, we keep going back to Raisha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll go back. I think we'll be back in Trinidad one day too.
I'm sure, but Raisha is like our wind helm. Like, you just keep always going back to it.
Yep.
I don't want to go to Trinidad again.
Lestran's like, I came, I saw, I let Paul kick my ass. I did everything I wanted to do.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna tell Lolly that I let her beat me.
Yeah, no, and Lolly wouldn't
Made
know.
her beat me.
Oh yeah, no, I owe you 30 creds.
Yeah, I put them in my inventory already.
Speaking of
Latham is the
creds,
only one who figured it out. I rolled, and you guys are so damn lucky because I rolled for the pit owner, I rolled for the betting pool, and I rolled for the crowd, and I rolled 3 shit rolls. I rolled a 3, a 4, and a 5 on a d20. I was like, well, fuck you, dice.